talk about Instagram for a minute. Everybody heard about it. But does Instagram work for me? That's the question I get most often. We're going to talk about Instagram. Does Instagram work? What is it? Well, Instagram is a social media platform. It's actually owned by Facebook. And it has been known for its ability to display and present visual content. And that's really about as deep as most people go. They get a picture, they post it, they put it out there, and they sit back, they get out their bucket and wait for the money to come in. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It just doesn't work like that. First of all, social media, there's two ways you get traction in social media: organic and paid. Now, paid scares many people. They say, well, look, if I can get this thing to work free, why should I give Instagram my money? Well, you're going to pay either with time and knowledge, or you're going to pay with money. Some people don't have the time to go through these steps I'm about to tell you. So what they do, they just go boost something. They go pop in a certain amount of money, going to hit a certain number of people. And even if you're doing that, you still need to follow some of these basics of Instagram. And some of these foundational items can be applied to any social media platform. Let's start with number one. And this with most things marketing. You have to have a goal. Where are you trying to go? What do you want to do with this platform? Instagram is no different. Some examples: to grow your audience. You want a bigger following that can be leveraged later on? Are you trying to build a community of followers and stakeholders? Are you trying to get more engagement? Are you trying to drive traffic to your website? Or are you trying to set up sales? And you can actually do that by using Instagram shopping. So first of all, ask yourself, what is the goal of this platform? And if it's not one of those things, maybe you don't need it. But I can guarantee you, if you're in business, at least a couple of those items should be on your marketing strategy. Now, you decide what your goal is. Next thing I want you to do is look at your marketing calendar. What's coming down the pike that might need a marketing boost? What is coming down the pike that might use a shot in the arm when it comes to marketing? You have a new product or service, an event coming up, whether it's online or offline, sales, discounts, holiday celebrations, new content, ebooks, case studies. Look at your marketing calendar and now ask yourself, how can I use Instagram to help me achieve my objectives based on my calendar? Okay, let's keep moving here. Decide on the content or your themes for Instagram, okay? Are you going to use educational type posts, like teaching people something new? Are you going to be getting behind the scenes of your operation and showing people how things work, how this product works? Is it going to be like a fill in the blank kind of thing to get engagement? Some people go with the inspirational quotes that can resonate with the audience. So kind of decide on the theme of this content that you're going to be putting out there, and that's going to help you. Now, this is another one of those foundational things that apply to all marketing, and Instagram is no exception. Get to know your audience on Instagram. Okay, go into your Facebook Business Manager, because Facebook, you want to make sure your Facebook is connected to your business Instagram account. If your Instagram right now is set up like a personal account, just a click of a button to convert it to a business account. Go into those analytics, and you can find out what you can find out about your listeners can sometimes amaze you. You can find out their ages, their genders, locations, and that can help you make your content more relevant. Many people have never gone into those insights. They're just posting away. Nice picture, nice video. Let's put it out there. But if your demographics are 80% male, it might require a different type of content than if you had 80% women. Or if they're 80% 18 to 25, it's going to be different than 25 to 54 or 54 to 70. So you want to get to know the audience as you're posting, okay? Now, you also want to make sure you have clarified your brand, your visual style, because branding is an important feature in any type of marketing. So when you're putting out your post, you want to think about what look do I want? Is there a certain type of color scheme? Am I going to be doing a grid? Am I going to be mostly text? And am I going to use some type of template that looks completely original that people can say is mine? So when they see that post comes up, even before I can read the content, they say, wow, that's Marketing Pulpit. That's Idea Gear. That's Sparkles. That's Eternity Plumbing. That's Bradley Law. You can see it right away before you even start to read it, and that will bring people in because of your branding style. Also, you want to think about what type of content you're going to use, because some of us have more than others. And sometimes the content we have is not aligned with the audience we're trying to reach. For instance, some of us are 100% photo. I mean, we got a photo of everything. I deal with a lot of hair salons, bakeries, and things like that. They get some very nice photos. But then there's some people that may just have mostly content. They don't have as many photos, but they have like verbiage content. Well, you got to keep in mind that Instagram is a visual medium. So I would say use that text content to support things like your video and your photos. So you might look at photos, videos. Now, of course, on Instagram, your video needs to be 1 minute or less. It can be square, it could be vertical, it could be landscape. And many people, when you go into Instagram, if you have a video and you wonder why it gets so big and covering up the whole screen, just do a double click and it will format it to fit the screen so you can get the entire video into the screen. So sometimes I see those videos like, God, if they just let me click that button a second time, we can format that post so that it becomes landscape versus the square and then half the video is cut off. Of course, Reels are 15-second clips, and you can include multiple clips. So once again, we're talking about types of content you can put on Instagram. There's IGTV. That can be up to 60 minutes long. And that's great for things like a TV series or a podcast. That's IGTV. They have Instagram shopping. They have some tools that you can sell product right from your post in your mobile app. Then you have stories. That's gotten very popular. TikTok, of course, made that more popular. But stories is something that you put up. They can be like a few seconds long, and they're up for 24 hours. And it's for like you have something that's happening in the moment. You just want to get it out there. It's not going to be out there forever, but it's actually what is called a story. About 24 hours, then it's gone. But you can also save it in your highlights, and you can keep it forever. So just because it disappeared in 24 hours doesn't mean you still don't have that content, because it goes into your highlights that you can save and repurpose. Then we have UGC, what you call user-generated content. That means you sharing information from your audience. Let your content be featured on other people's platforms and vice versa. Get some reciprocity going on. Another good way to use Instagram and types of content that you can actually put in your feed. Now, also, you want to think about the caption when you're writing your Instagram post. And that caption, in many cases, should be what we call a CTA, a call to action. You might say swipe to read more. You might say tap to shop. Click in the bio to browse. Tell us what you think. Once again, these are things that you can do in Instagram to make that platform work for you when it comes to marketing. Let's talk about hashtags for a minute. Hashtags, many people, they call it the pound sign, but hashtag has been an important aspect of Instagram. Now, many people, that was all they knew. They post it, put a hashtag on it, get out the basket, and let's rake in the money. Well, it's not quite that simple, but hashtag now, in addition to these other things I'm talking about, are very vital when it comes to making your content work on Instagram. Now, Instagram, you can put up to 30 hashtags on a post. And on the stories, you can put up to 10 hashtags. So you can't put like a million up there, but take about 30 hashtags. And I'm going to tell you what type of hashtag that can be effective for you. Brand hashtags. That's your company name or your company slogan. That could be an effective hashtag. The campaign. What type of campaign? Is it a Halloween campaign? Is it a political campaign? Is it a whatever type of campaign? Make that part of the hashtag. Event. If it's an event, if it's a Christmas holiday, if it's a 4th of July, if it's Indigenous People Day, that event can be part of the hashtag. Keywords. Now, keywords is what most people think about. Keywords is how people are going to search for that. How are they going to search for it? If I'm selling t-shirts, then of course t-shirts, and let's say I'm selling a certain type of t-shirts. Let's say socially conscious t-shirts. That makes a great hashtag. Location. Where are you located? Because some people search on location. If you're like a hair salon, you're not going to be selling hair to people out in California if you're in the DC area. So you want to put in a location as part of the hashtag. Hair DC braids. Okay? Hashtag. And then, of course, viral hashtags. These are popular terms that expand your reach. So the hashtags, once again, is another pivotal part of your Instagram strategy. Now that we got this content, then you got to get it out there. Now you can do what many people do. They spur it on the moment, or they do it when they have time. And that's not always the most effective way to do it. So what you want to do is you want to share this content at the best time. And you say to yourself, I don't know that. I don't have a crystal ball. Well, actually you do. You can go into your, let's say if you've been doing this for a minute, you're not getting the traction that you thought you should be getting. You can actually, once again, go into your insights, and you can actually see the time that your posts are being viewed by the past posts. You can find out when they're, what day they're getting the most activity, what time of day is getting the most activity. And if that audience that's already there is the type of audience that you want to get or continue to, or to expand, then you want to start posting based on the times where people are actually taking notice of your content. Also, scheduling in case sometimes things happen, you don't get a chance to get back to your computer. So you can actually schedule your posts in advance. You might sit down one day and plan out the next 5 posts. And there's actually software out here for helping you post, including Facebook has one called the Creator Studio that can actually help you post your Instagram content in advance. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. Bottom line is Instagram is not a toy. Instagram can be a very effective marketing tool. And like anything marketing, it should be part of your strategy and not necessarily your entire strategy.